Myself Naveen Kumar Chaudhary. Today I want to discuss about the heartbeat and excretion in animals of the chapter transportation in animals and plants, chapter number 11, subject science, class 7, day 4. Now we know about the heartbeat. That is the continuous process in our body. The contraction phase of the heart muscles is called the systole, whereas the relaxed phase of the heart muscles is called diastole. One complete rhythmic contraction of the heart followed by the relaxation is called a heartbeat. A doctor can measure the heartbeat by the stethoscope. Listen to our heartbeat. The stethoscope amplifies the sound of heartbeat so that the doctor can hear them clearly. It consists of 3 parts. Number 1 is the chest piece that carries a sensitive diaphragm. Number 2, 2 earpieces. And number 3 is the rubber tube which joins the chest piece to the earpieces. The average heartbeat of an adult person while resting is 72 to 80 times per minute. It is called the heart rate. But when we do any physical activity like running and cycling, our heartbeat becomes faster. The body cells need more oxygen to release more energy through respiration. To supply more oxygen, the blood flow faster. Doctors can get clue about the conditions of our heart by listening to the heartbeat through a stethoscope. Now I want to discuss about the excretion in animals. All the living organisms perform a number of activities. During these activities, a large variety of waste products are produced. If it is not out from our body, it is harmful to our body. It consists of toxic and accumulation of these waste products. The process of removal of waste products produced in the cells of the living organisms is called the excretion. Now we know about the excretion in various animals. In simple organisms like amoeba, paramecium, hydra, the waste products are removed through the body surface by diffusion. In the earthworms, it has the specialized excretory organs, and in insect, it has also the excretory organs. In vertebrates, kidneys are the excretory organs. The removal of waste chemicals from the body depends on the availability of water. Aquatic animals like fishes excrete ammonia which directly dissolve in water, and some land animals like birds and reptiles excrete semi-solid uric acid. In the human, the major excretory products is urea. Now you know about the excretion in humans. The human body has specialized organs for the removal of various waste products. These organs are large intestine. The undigested food is removed from the large intestine and expelled from of feces. Second is the lungs. The carbon dioxide produced as a waste product in our body during the respiration. The carbon dioxide is removed by the lungs during exhalation. Third is the skin. It helps in eliminating excess water, urea, some salts and other metabolic waste in the form of sweat. It is a liquid waste secreted from the sweat glands below the skin. You can see in this figure 11.10. It helps remove excess water, some salts, urea as liquid waste from the body, and it also keep our body cool during summers. And number 4 is the kidney. These are the main excretory organs in our body. It helps in eliminating urea, waste salts and excess water from the body in the form of urine. In the human, the excretory system consists kidneys, urinary bladder, ureters and urethra. A pair of kidneys are present in humans. Each kidney contains a large number of coiled tubes called nephrons. These are the filters. You can see in this figure 11.11. The nephrons act as a filter and removes the harmful substances like urea, waste, salts, etc. from the blood. The waste products dissolve in water and removed from the kidneys as yellowish liquid called urine. The urine is formed in kidneys, goes into the urinary bladder through the tubes called ureters. After that it is stored in urinary bladder and is passed out from the body at regular intervals through the urinary opening at the end of the tube called urethra. An adult human being normally passes out 1 to 1.8 liter of urine in 24 hours. The urine consists of 95% water, 2.5% urea and 2.5 other waste products like uric acid and ammonia. At the time of kidney failure, a dialysis or kidney transplant is required for the patient. That's all.